Everybody, welcome back to another episode of our NHL 23 franchise mode here with the Chicago Blackhawks. This is, I believe, episode number 13. We are here in the 25-26 free agency class. In the last episode, if you missed it, of course, I will leave a link in the description. But we got absolutely smoked in the first round by, who was it, Nashville? Man, I can't remember from a day ago when I recorded. Yep, Nashville. We lost in 5 games. This was a regular season game right here. But yeah, these 5 games is all it took for the Preds to. I mean, look at it. Look at the scores here: 6-3, 7-3, 6-3, and 8-6. We just couldn't keep the puck out of the net, obviously. So yeah, we got absolutely ran through in 5 games there by the Preds. And we ended up making a couple of moves at the draft. So we moved up to the, what was it, like the 7th pick? I can't remember shit. The 6th pick, all right. And we drafted Timofey Leonov. Bit of a controversial pick, as there was right here in Toronto, Jacob Bobkov, who was projected to go above him. A center playmaker. He does have an extra ability, and I think his zone ability is a bit, well, maybe not. It might be about even, but he looks to be a slightly better player off rip, but we'll see what happens. We decided to go with the sniper here, as we're going to need one for the second line. We have Newhook as a playmaker right now for the second line, but if he doesn't, I mean, he's done good for us, but I think we need like a really good second-line center to really elevate this team. In the playoffs, he hasn't had that much success so far. So this is a really big season for him. His new contract extension is kicking in this year. So it's going to be another big question mark for us this season. But yeah, we brought in Leonov, and then I think that was our only, swap, right? Because we didn't bring in any other players. We got rid of Gustafsson. Comesso is in right now. We're going to have to sign another goalie because I don't think Lindbaum is going to be our backup this year. And we'll probably need another goalie for the AHL as well. But we have a lot of cap space, which is good. And actually, the first change I want to make is the coaching staff. So our coach right here, he's still only a B overall. And his chemistry is okay, but not great. Now, the coach that I'm looking at, his chemistry does not seem that good at all, either. But he is an A coach. I think it was this guy, right? Nope. Was it Tan? It was this guy. Yeah. Vanneau right here. So he has a bit more balanced chemistry with some of these guys. Some of these guys he doesn't like too well, but I'm hoping with the boost in overall, it can really help our team get to that next level because, we lost in the second round the year prior. This year we lost in the first round. We are a very young team, so I'm not, panicking on changing up our core entirely yet. But if I think a move is going to help us right now and in the long term, I'm going to make it. So hopefully this move will help us by signing Vanneau. And, of course, this is going to take a minute to get up to the max. But while we're here, I just want to talk. I am recording this just after Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final, and what a game. I mean, Florida, they were down 2-1 for most of the game. It was looking like this might be a 3-0 lead for Vegas and a potential Stanley Cup incoming. But, I mean, Matthew Tkachuk, he goes down in I think it was the first period, a hit from Kolazar. He goes to the locker room, he comes back, and he scores the game-tying goal, which is just, I mean, you can't even write it any better. What a postseason the Panthers have had. And then in overtime, Carter Verhaeghe just snipes one on, was it Aaron Dell that was in, or was it Aiden Hill? I thought I heard them say Dell, but it could have been, it could have just been Kenny Albert misspeaking there. But yeah, I mean, great game. I personally definitely want Florida to win. I'm not a fan of Vegas. I don't think many people are, but yeah, and they've had such a cool underdog story, kind of similar to the Heat. But I think theirs has been just a little bit better, coming back 3-1 down on the President's Trophy. Best regular season team of all time, Boston Bruins, which really proves that anything can happen in sports. I used to think everything was the same. I remember back a few years ago, when Warriors and Cavs were in the finals every year, and Ovechkin, my favorite player ever, he could not get out of the second round. I thought everything was going to be the same every year. But then once Ovechkin won that Stanley Cup, I knew anything can happen. Yeah, Ovi won that cup, and then we finally had a finals without the without the Cavs at least, the Raptors, and they actually beat the Warriors too in that year, 2019. So yeah, it hasn't felt as scripted the last few years at least. So I'm hoping Florida can make the comeback there. But back to what we're doing. So we got that coach in there now. And then free agency, I was looking at our team. Now forward-wise, as we go to our contracts here, forward, I'm thinking the first line this year is going to be Catone, DeBrincat, Bedard. I'm going to give Catone another shot on that first line. I mean, he's got abilities, so I'm hoping that he can step it up. I remember we put him on there last year to begin the year, in his rookie year actually, and it just I don't think he was stemming too well at the start. So we're gonna give him another shot there, and then we're gonna go Kane, Newhook, and probably Lenny. I think he might be ready for second line. He's listed as a third liner right now, but he could jump in the offseason, and regardless with the abilities and everything, I think he'd be a good fit there. And then third line, we have Pavelski, Nazar, and maybe Leonov, maybe Caswell. I want to leave room for one of these guys if they do make a jump. And then fourth line, we have one of the other two, Green and Gutman right now. So I do want to get another forward probably. Probably just one, though. I don't think we need more than one there. And then defensively, our top pair is going to stay the same. I am hoping for a bit more of production from Korchinski. He is an offensive defenseman. I know Shea Theodore had most of the points for our defense last year, 60 points actually, a big year for him. He jumped up to a 90 overall. But I'm hoping, as an offensive defenseman with those abilities, that Korchinski can really make that next step next season and hopefully put in a good year for us. And then second pair, I'm thinking either Jones. Well, honestly, it's up in the air for what our top four or our bottom four is going to be for our defense. Any of these four can be in there. It's just a matter of where. Now, the only thing is we do have three right defensemen right here. And Kasparaitis can't play, or none of these guys can play the left either. So I'm thinking we're not going to trade Seth Jones because we're going to bear that contract, and I mean we're not going to get much for him regardless. But Willander might be on the move here. If we can acquire, I know Kasparaitis, though. I want to see, that's the thing, is I don't want to acquire somebody too good and then shelter Kasparaitis. So I think I'm going to wait till the start of next season, see what the overalls are, see what the chemistry is, and then we can decide from there. But defensively, we're looking good. I don't think I need to make any free agent signings, that is. And then obviously we went over goaltender. We'll take a look at that again here in a second. Actually, we'll do that right now because I don't really have anything else to do at the moment. So, goalies, let's take a look here first. UFAs. I said at the beginning of this series I don't want to commit money to a goaltender because it usually doesn't work out, at least to a high overall guy. They usually don't sim well for whatever reason. Georgiev is interesting, though, because he did just win the Vezina the year before this one. The only thing that scares me, though, is that the next year he comes back with a 900 save percentage. So I don't know if it's just an off year or if he just had the one breakout year. And, I mean, playing in Colorado does definitely help as well. He's not looking for too much money, which is good. Who is interested in him, by the way? It is Montreal. Okay. So he might be an option. Swayman usually doesn't sim well, and yeah, looks like it there. And then some of these guys are listed as backup. I mean, I think it's going to be really random if these guys sim well or not, which scares me. Vejmelka does have a couple of X factors, but I don't know how much that helps. He hasn't had a good track record as of right now. Gustafsson, we know we're not going to bring back. He's only looking for $2 million, which is crazy to think about. Maybe we give a chance to Georgiev, see if a higher overall goalie can get it done. Yeah, that's definitely something to think about there. All right, I'm not sure why I backed out there, but yeah, I think Georgiev might be the guy to go for here, potentially. Let me take a look one more time. Demko has been solid. I think it's just going to be really random, so I don't want to put a shit ton of money towards him, but we'll give Georgiev a shot. I'll give him a 2-year deal, so if it doesn't work out, I can trade him at the draft. We'll give him 4.85. Hopefully he signs for that. And then, I just thought of, though, Camesso could jump. Shit, I didn't even think about that, so I could have just signed a backup and let him, give him the net. I guess we'll see what happens there. Maybe we can just have like a 1-2 punch, and then whoever plays the best can stay on the team. So I guess that can work out too. And then I'll just sign a guy for the AHL real quick. Not that I don't usually, like, I know I probably should, but the AHL, I try to keep decent players there to like help our younger guys. But I guess we do have a lot of players down there anyways, so it should be all right. Eric Portillo is there. Why not give him a shot? He's already 25. He's not going to develop too much, but maybe he can do something. And then we do need another forward, so I'm thinking like a veteran with some X factors potentially. Let me see. Scroll down here. Do we have anybody? Brandon. We can bring Brandon Saad back. He is. Well, that's our old coach, though, isn't it? Yeah. So there is Saad. I think I need a center, right? Let me take a look at this one more time. Because if I'm going to play Pavelski on the third line with Nazar, and then... Oh, I have Green. He's a center. Okay. Never mind. So I need a right wing, actually. That is what I need, a right wing. So let's see who is out here in free agency. Did I see a 78 was asking for a lot of money? Who was it? Phil. He's looking for almost $4 million, and he's not even listed as an NHLer. That is pretty crazy. Alright, let's see. Blake Wheeler is down here. He doesn't have any X factors. We can bring Taylor Radish back. Olachari, Benstrom. Atu Ratu is... Oh, this is Aku Ratu. Never mind. Sokolov, we can just re-sign. I mean, he did pretty good for us in that one playoff run. Rockford, he didn't do shit, but... There's nobody that's really exciting me here. Maybe a two-way forward. Just a defensive guy. Like Nola Chari, maybe. So yeah, I don't want to sign like another offensive guy. We can use some of these guys for the penalty kill. I don't think we're going to get anybody with X factors down here. Yeah, so let me scroll back up here. He's a power forward. Colton Sissons. We could... Maybe Colton Sissons is a good option because he can still take face-offs. Two-way forward. Yeah, he wants a decent amount of money, but we have enough to pay him. Even if we just do like a 1-year deal. He only wants 1 year anyway. So we can spend a bit of money on a fourth liner here. I'm not opposed to that. Vetrano. I do like Sisson's versatility. Is that yeah, versatile versatility? Yeah, that's definitely a word. Yeah, we'll go with Colton Sissons here. Let's give him 3.5, make sure he signs. And then I think that'll do it for agency. So yeah, maybe the Georgiev signing might come to back to bite us in the ass there, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see how the decent overall goalie does this time. Wow. Okay. I offered him the... I've never seen that. I offered him the max... Did I not offer him NHL head coach? I have never had that happen. Okay. Well, shit. So should we just go with Tan then, I guess? I mean, 36% is atrocious. I know he's an A+, but man. Yeah, I guess we'll give this guy a shot. So we're going to be here another second. But yeah, that is... I've never seen that. Gave him almost $10 million. Nope. He just does not want to come to Chicago. I don't blame him, but... Yeah, what else could we talk about here? So the Nuggets, they played last night. They beat the Heat in pretty convincing fashion. The Heat got a game on them, but I don't know if they're going to get another one. I just think Jokic is completely unstoppable no matter, like, if you let him score, he'll score 40. But then if you try to stop him from scoring, he'll get, 14 assists or something crazy like that. And then he's going to get, at least 10, 15 rebounds every game. Last game, he had 30, 20, and 10 as a stat line. That is, that is unheard of, especially from a center. It's just crazy to watch him play. I know a lot of people don't get to see Nuggets games. They're out west. They're not. I mean, they've been televised a lot. I can't say that. But Jokic isn't like a huge, widely known player outside of NBA fans at the moment, at least. So, but if you haven't watched him before, you definitely should. Even if you're not a basketball fan too much, he is just incredible to watch. I think like him, Curry, I would say maybe Luka, and who else? Ja's pretty. I mean, those guys are like the most exciting players to watch in the league. Speaking of Ja, it'd be interesting to see what his suspension is going to be. They said they're going to announce it after the finals were done, but that means it must be pretty decent. A lot of people are saying like a 30-something game suspension, I think I heard. So that would be pretty crazy. That's one of the game's biggest stars. To be out that long, that would be pretty insane. And then I think he's losing a lot of money on like contract incentives and stuff like that. So it's just a very unfortunate situation there. So yeah, we got our offered a new head coach here. Let's see if our guy signs. So Sissons does sign with us. Portillo does also sign. And okay, there we go. We at least got a coach this year. And Georgiev does sign. Okay. And Sissons actually had a deep playoff run last year, so we got a bit of experience. He had 10 points himself too, with 6 goals. So we'll take that. And yeah, I think we're ready to sim to the next season. And this is a big year for us, because if we have like another disappointing, playoff run, it might be time to make some major changes. I think Newhook would be gone no matter what. And then defensively, maybe we'd try to trade that Seth Jones contract just to give the young players a shot. But it also depends on how they play too. They're not out of this completely either. So a lot of questions to be answered this year. Looks like first in NOS Catone is up to an 89. So let's see what that chemistry. It is a +5 still. Great. Okay. Nazar is actually up to an 85. Still listed as a third liner. And Lenny's up to an 87. He is a second liner. Beautiful. All right, let's put Newhook there and then Kane there. That's a +2. Okay. Probably still +2. Yeah, we'll keep Lenny on his natural side because he's young. Don't want to mess that up yet. Caswell is definitely a winner. He cannot take face-offs yet. And then Nazar's got to be up there. And then we could go Green, Leonov, Sissons. That is a -1, though. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Sniper. Yeah, I guess the two-way forward does mess up the chemistry a little bit. Pelika is scratched. Did I forget to get rid of Ty Smith? Okay, I might have to just trade him real quick. Unless we want him in the AHL, I guess. Oh, yeah, I think I did say that last episode. Roos, get the hell out of here. And put Pelika in there. Now, how are we looking for chemistry? That's a +2. So I'm thinking Seth Jones plays the bottom pair this year. I think that just has to happen. And then I'm fine with Willander in there for now. And this is a +3. Wow. Yeah, this coach definitely does love Korchinski. And Pelika's good for the top 4 defensive pairing lines. So that's good. Now, of course, these two are a bit lower overall, so that might be a hole in our team a little bit. But I think with our strong forward core, it should help out. I think I'm just going to deal with the -1 because I don't want to not play any of those guys. And then I forgot to look at goalies. Damn, okay, Comesso did jump up to an 85. So, I'm not, opposed to this, though. We'll have 2 good overall goalies. Hopefully that will help us and not hurt us, even though this game, usually that is not a good thing for some reason. But and then, yeah, that's perfect. We can move those 2 defensemen down to help out the AHL a little bit. So let me do that really quick. Roos and Smith. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to hit that. Oh, it actually took me back to the lines. Okay. And then best roster. These guys just are not simming well for some reason, but hopefully they have a better year. Porshkov looks like he could be ready next year if he has a good year, hopefully. And then, is there anybody on defense that I should be playing? I don't think it matters. So we'll just leave that there. And then Portillo and Lindbaum in the AHL. Perfect. So maybe they can do something decent this year. They have a decent team. I mean, a couple of 50 overalls down here, but maybe I signed somebody. We'll see in a second. Let me worry about the NHL, though, right now. So what was the... Oh, yeah, it was like Pavelski But I want to play Lenny up there, so I'm fine with the +2. I'm hoping that line can do something. Kane's actually down to a top 9 forward potential, so he might drop. What is Pavelski at? Yeah, bottom 6. So these guys, we got to watch their overall because they could dip throughout the season. So this could give a chance to maybe Green or Leonov to jump up there, but I'm thinking that... yeah, Leonov listed as a depth forward. We'll see how he does, too. I might move him down to the AHL. Don't want to, you know, stunt his growth by only playing on the 4th line, but we'll see what happens there. And then, yeah, so let me get the special lines here. Power plays. We want Bedard. Well, they want Pavelski. 81 face-offs. He can be the center for line 2. So let's get who should be up here? DeBrincat. He's definitely got to be up here. Yeah, I'm good with Lenny. I'm good with this. Let me put DeBrincat as the point man there. And then, yeah, we can get these guys on their one-timer side. I'm good with that. Is that a +5 as well? It is. All right, beautiful. And then, yeah, kind of have some veterans down here. Leonov, they actually want to play. I know Newhook's in here. I think I want to give him power play time regardless, but Nazar doesn't have X factors either, so it's not like we're hurting there. And then, Caswell, though. Maybe he goes without power play time, though, because I want to get all these guys in there, definitely. Newhook actually has better face-offs. The only thing is with Big Tipper, with Pavelski, if he's at center, he'd be in front of the net. So I'll put him there, though, and then we'll put that like that, one-timer side. Hopefully he can still get to the front of the net, and he can still be useful 5v5. Well, he's on the right wing, though, but I guess I shouldn't worry about the one X factor for that. But power play number 2... Let's see, Bedard still would have the best face-off, so we'll put him at center. And then left wing, we need DeBrincat in there. Oh, I guess not. Yeah, we can just swap Pavelski. I don't think he'll probably make the power play at that point. And then just based off last season, I'll leave Theodore in there. I'll put DeBrincat down. Yeah, I'll put him down at the point still. And then power play number 2, we'll put Newhook in there for his face-offs. And then don't I have DeBrincat in there? Yeah. And then we need a defenseman in there, so we'll put Korchinski, of course. Penalty kill, what do we got? Lenny does have some defensive X factor, so I'm good with that. And there's Colton Sissons, beautiful. He works there perfectly. I actually want both of these two in there, so I guess so. Bedard, I don't know about that one, but definitely Pavelski. Is there somebody else that I mean, we don't have a lot of defensive players, to be honest. Sissons we already have in there. Yeah, I mean, I guess you want to play your best players. And if you can't kill penalties, what are you doing anyway? And then we'll put Newhook in there just for the face-offs. Alright, I'm good with that. And then Sissons, Bedard, and Lenny, actually. He probably has good face-off if he's made up. 71. Let me get Newhook in there. It'll probably... That one actually evens out great. And then Bedard, I don't think we can fix this, though. Because he's already a check anyway. So we'll leave that for now. That's good. Or not for now, we'll just leave it. And then 4-4, good with that. I'm good with that. And then I'll put Lenny in here to give him the ice time there. I'm noticing, though, Caswell isn't getting much ice time besides his third line there. So maybe I should fit him in somewhere. Because Pavelski's getting a shit ton of ice time. Nazar not so much either, but... let me see. I mean, there's not too much I can do about that, though. Alright. 3-on-3, number 1. I'll leave that. Catone. And then instead of Kane, let's give Caswell, let's give some of the youth some opportunities here. So, we'll go with those two there. And then Leonov and Newhook. Right there. Right? Yeah. What's Catone's face-off rating? A 72. So maybe... maybe he doesn't play... No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. Let's put... Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with that. And then probably not Seth Jones there, though. Especially being a slower guy. Let's put... Who's faster? Pelika has 91 speed. Who am I looking for? Kasperitis has 91, so I guess it doesn't matter. Magnetic, Thunderclap. Ooh, wrong guy. Yes, send it in tape to tape. Definitely want that in there instead. So there's that, and then extra attacker. I'll do the same strategy. Hope that the first line's already out there. And then, who do we have? Kane. Yeah, we'll give Kane the extra attacker. And then there is our shootout. Actually, you know what? Let me go with Lenny there, because Kane might drop. And we'll just get the big... I mean, he's not huge, but he's our power forward. And there we go. So I think that's how the team's going to be set up this year. So I'm hoping for another good year. We're definitely going to have to watch the production from Leonov, Caswell, and Georgiev. And then, well, I mean, everyone, but I'm keeping an eye on those guys just to figure out how I want to set up the squad. So there is that. I don't think our captains have changed in a while. Yep, that's good. And we are here. So are we above the cap floor, first of all? We should be at this point. We're pushing it. I think we are, though, right? $20 million in cap space. I want to say we are. We have Korchinski and Lenny to extend. And we actually have a lot of guys who are ending this year. But these two are ready to talk extensions. Kane hasn't said anything. He might retire, though. Nazar we have to extend. Willander. Green, that one's not as important. Sissons. And Drew Comesso, of course. How much is he looking for? He's only looking for $1 million for a couple years. We can just, like... See, I'm not going to extend them yet, though, because it usually fucks with their production. So how much does Kevin Korchinski want? He does not want a lot of money. We could lock up Korchinski right now. I know the production hasn't been there, but just based off his overall and his potential, like that seems like a pretty good contract. I'd be willing to give him the extra like $1 million to give him another 3 years. So I'm thinking 6 times 8. We probably could get him maybe even a little cheaper. Let me see. Where's my phone? Alright, I'm about to do the 12% trick. See what at least what the math is saying. Alright, he went 6.525 minus 12%. So that'd put him down to 5.74. So I think this might be this would be the lowest we could go if he accepts that. So I'll offer him that. And then how about Lenny? What is he looking for? Wow, he wants a shit ton of money. I'm not saying he might not deserve it, but I think I'm gonna hold off on him for now. I'm thinking he might have a big season though. He looked promising in his rookie year, 33 points on the third line. With that overall boost, I think he definitely will have a big year. So we'll leave that for now. But if Korchinski accepts, that would be huge, because I think that is a really good contract. For 88 overall defenseman with X factors, medium elite potential, what is he, like 22? And he does sign. All right, beautiful. So Kevin Korchinski is locked up for us. And I think we're doing good with our payroll right now. We can still sign like a big-time free agent. We just haven't found the right fit yet. Or at least haven't pulled the trigger on anybody. Jason Robertson is actually still a free agent, as well as Peyton Krebs, both RFAs. Robertson is looking for look at that, 14.5? Holy hell. There's a lot of teams interested, but that is a 14.5. That's well above the highest paid player, at least as of in real life. What did he put up last season? I mean, yeah, 103 points. It's not like he doesn't deserve it, but that is just a shit ton of money for a team to commit to. I wonder if he's, that'd be crazy if he was on the trade block for Dallas. I doubt it, because usually if they're that good, they're not, even if they're RFA, but, wow, he is actually, holy shit, a max trade value player on the trade block. That is crazy. So yeah, he is like, I think there's a sliver down there that isn't the trade. I mean, if we want to do a 1-for-1 swap, we'd have to trade Bedard, but he's a sniper, so I think the most comparable guy to swap would be DeBrincat, but then you'd have to give up like a first, like 2 firsts at that point, and even more. And I don't think that is worth it. They don't have the cap for that either. Yeah, they are in hell. They are in hell with that. So, yeah, oh yeah, all their guys got good. They're paying a shit ton of money to, like, Klim Kostin and Mason Marchment. A bit too much money. Blake Lazat's making a bit of money. Nils Lundqvist, I mean, that's a decent. Oh, Sagan's contract is still there for another year. That's what they're trying to get rid of. That will definitely help them when that comes off the books. But they might have to go a year without J-Rob just because of it. So pretty poor management over there in Dallas, but yeah, we're not worried about them. So let's get back to what we're doing. Let's sim up to the regular season here, get the regular season underway, and then we will probably end this video here pretty soon. All right, here we are at the beginning of the season. Our first game is going to be against the Edmonton Oilers. So you know what? Let's sim the home opener and the season opener here. Edmonton does take their first game. So here we go, new year. I'm hoping, obviously, to make the playoffs at least. We definitely should make the playoffs, and I'm hoping to win at least. I want at least a conference finals trip. I think this team has the ability to, at the very least, make the second round. But we have higher aspirations than that, of course. So first period of game number 1 is a 2-2 split. Bedard and DeBrincat for us, TJ Brody and Alex Ovechkin, who is a Edmonton Oiler. Wow, he's playing with McDavid and potentially his final year. That is pretty funny. Goalies not off to a hot start. 11-10 the shots in favor of Edmonton. Second period, 3-2 us. Alex DeBrincat gets his second of the game. Third period, okay. That contract looking great already. Ovechkin gets another one in there, I saw. So is he playing? If he's playing in first line with McDavid, that is just not even fair. Because it doesn't matter how old Ovi is, he will always get like at least like 40 goals. Jesus. And then they have Hyman over there who can just get the puck for him. That is that would be like the best line ever in their primes. McDavid, who is the best player I've ever seen play the game. Ovechkin, the greatest goal scorer I've ever seen, or anyone's ever seen play the game. And then Zach Hyman, just a pure forechecking, hard-nosed forward. Like that would be unstoppable. The rest, this is like the same setup as real life, because Ovechkin's like Draisaitl in a sense of, talent-wise, and then the rest of your forward core is pretty shit besides RNH. I mean, Holloway's there too, but I think they've sheltered his growth by just playing him on the third line. And then defensively is pretty mid too, so that's pretty, yeah, and then their goalies aren't good. That is crazy how accurate it is to real life too right now. So we do go down in our first game. Let's get a couple of months in here, and then we will take a look to see where we're at. So let's sim up to this game against Philadelphia. So not a good start for Georgiev there. Hopefully he can bounce back. Okay, another 6 goals against. There we go, 7-3 win for us. We need to put together some wins here. Not off to a good start. There we go, 4-3 now. 5-1 victory over the Flames. And the Caps, yeah, they're in a new era now. Their franchise player has left them. And we're losing these 1-goal games in regulation. That is not good. But then we win a couple. Okay, here we go. Let's get on a roll here. There we are. Here we come. This is better. Yeah, 13-5-1 now. Here we go. We're leading our division now. We are on a crazy streak. How many is that in a row now? It started up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 game winning streak right now. So let's keep it going until we lose. And of course, the first game, as I say that. So we are 16-6-1 to start the year. Bedard well over a point per game right now. That is great to see. As we'll take a look at the stats, and yep, there we go. Catone, point per game player right now. Only 3 goals, but 20 assists. A perfect playmaker to pair with DeBrincat and Bedard. So that is looking like it is going to be our solidified first line of the future. Second line pulling weight as well. 19 points from every one of them. Lenny, Newhook, and Kane. So big year for them. Third line hasn't been great. Hasn't been really good at all, to be honest. Pavelski has 8 goals on the year, which is good. He's got 3 of them on the power play, which is probably helping a bit. And then fourth line, not doing horrible. Leonov, 5 points. Sisson's in there. So not too bad there. Defensively, Shea Theodore, 16. And there we go. Korchinski, 14. He's only needs 6 more points to match his point total from last year. So there we go. Hopefully he can get around like that 40, 50 point mark at least. Kasparaitis has 10, which is good to see. Pelika, 6. And look at all these guys are pluses besides our captain, who only has 1 point. So not a good season being on the third line for him so far. But he's the leader of our team, so we have to trust in him in that aspect. And then, yep, goalie's not doing too hot, which isn't great to see. Comesso is doing better of the 2 as of now. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then I think we can sim a little bit more now. 16-6-1, excuse me. I'm feeling good about this right now. We went on a 10-game winning streak, so we need to do that a lot. So actually, I don't want to go a whole 2 months. Let's go another month here. We'll go to this game against Philly. So yeah, good start to the year so far. We got to keep it up though. I know December usually is a year or a month where a team can really fall off a little bit. But we're looking pretty solid regardless. There we go. We got a point there. If we lose, I still want to get a point, obviously. But we've had a lot of 1-goal losses in regulation. And we're on a 4-gamer right now. Is Philly going to play devil's advocate again? Nope. All right. How about Nashville? We can beat Nashville. All right. And Vancouver, we also beat. Man, we are on a roll right now. Here we go. Keep it coming. Anaheim. And it's anytime that I say anything that we lose. But 39-2, which is a crazy record, actually. We are first in the NHL right now. That is absolutely wonderful. Let's take a look at the point totals at the moment. So Bedard, 47, leading the team. DeBrincat, 43, and Catone, 38. So they're all above or near point per game. And wow, that second line fell off in production. They had 19 points in 21 games, and then in 20 points, they all have about 8. Newhook, actually, with another 10 there. But, yeah, Pavelski has 20 goals on the year. He is carrying our middle 6th right now. Nazar with 18. Those guys are a plus 12, 14, and plus 8, so they're doing good. They're all, the second line is still all pluses, which is good. And then, okay, Leonov, 11 points on the fourth line is actually really good production, 7 goals. So I think he's definitely earned a spot on the roster this year. There is that. Defensively, both Korchinski and Shea Theodore. I like this better. Theodore had that big year offensively last year, but with them splitting weight more, I like that a little bit better. Kasparaitis with 15, Willander with 11, Pelika 8, and Seth Jones 5. But everyone well over a plus, which is great to see. And then goaltender, wow, Comesso has played great, and Georgiev not so much. So maybe that is something to look at. Now, do we keep Georgiev and maybe start Comesso in the playoffs? Or do we just say it's not working out? So I'll give him 1 more month. I think we'll end this video at the deadline. So I think the next month is the deadline, right? It's another 2 months. So I think we'll just sim up to the deadline. and then we'll make a decision from there. This is the day of the deadline. Yep. So send up to Florida here. I'm feeling pretty confident with the team to send up there. Obviously, first in the NHL is can't get any better than that. So hopefully we can continue to have that kind of production and keep the winning ways going. As we've lost a couple games here. There we go. Bounce back against Edmonton. Seattle we also take. Going into February with a couple of wins. And looks like the All-Star break we just passed. Winnipeg, another win. Detroit, a win. Beautiful. Are we going to get 40 wins? There we are. 40, 11, and 4. Wow. I didn't know if this team could make that next step. And maybe it was the coach. Maybe that was the big change. But I think a lot of our guys jumped up in overall, which helped. So let's get this game up against Florida. First period, we are down 2-1. Dubois and Barkov for them, and DeBrincat, who seems to score in every slow sim game that we jump into on the power play there. Second period, 3-1 them. Can we come back third period? Nope. Was Kamesa win the whole game for that one? Yes, we kind of tanked his save percentage a little bit. Kane gets one for us, but Verhaeghe and Graves for them. They take that one 5-2. So we are looking at a 45-13-5 record at the trade deadline. Wow, Connor Bedard, that is also maybe a huge reason, is taking off this year. 74 points in 63 games. Already has 30 goals. Him and DeBrincat both have 30 goals. 62 points for DeBrincat, and Cantone with 56. So he's keeping up with them decently. I mean, he's not 70 points with Bedard, but I mean, it's Connor Bedard. So Kane with 51. He's still at 38, still putting up numbers. Newhook with 51 as well. That's good to see him having that good year. Still Lenny with 41, so they're catching up a little bit more. He's up to an 88. That is good to see. Kane down to an 86. Pavelski is at 40 points. I think his production kind of trailed off a little bit there, but I'm glad the second line is producing a little bit more. Nazar there with 25. Caswell with 22. They're all like good plus players. Like Nazar is a plus 20. So there is that. He's looking to have a career himself. And then fourth line, wow, I didn't even notice if that was the case before, but they are way in the negative. So maybe something there, yeah, because Leonov hasn't really, he only had 4 points in that stretch. So maybe, and Riley getting 9 points, that is not good either. So we might want to target a fourth line player at the deadline, and then we can move down one of Leonov or Green. Probably Leonov, just let him hopefully light it up in the AHL before the season ends. Defensively, Shea Theodore, 48 points, and Korchinski, 40. Yeah, this I like to see is Korchinski. Already a career year with 40 points. So he's looking like he can get around 50 this year, which is beautiful. Shea Theodore looking to get near 60 again. He could hit it. So, yeah, he's still playing great. It's just Korchinski is stepping up this year, and he's earning that extension as of now. Kasparov with 21. He's having a breakout year himself. Pellica with 13, Willander 13, and Jones with 10. And look at these pluses. Willander's a plus 25 on that third pair as well. So that's great to see. And then goalies, Georgiev's been getting the workload, but his save percentage isn't making up for it. Only a 905. So we might look to trade him as well. Just depending on what we're feeling, I guess. But yeah, there is that. I think I'm going to leave this episode here. It might have been a little bit of a shorter one, but hopefully in the next video we can make the right moves, and we're looking like a playoff team already. 95 points. We're definitely going to be in the playoffs. Potential President's Trophy incoming. I mean, we are in the lead. I think, yeah, second is Colorado, and they are 8 points behind us. So we're looking far and shoulders above everyone else right now, which is great to see. So, yeah, if you guys liked the video, just be sure to let me know. Again, thank you guys for the support recently. We've been getting consistent viewership on this series. Like I said before, I am going to expand to more content, but let me know what you guys want to see too. Doesn't matter what game, whatever, just let me know, and I'll try to make it happen if you guys want to see it. But that is it for now, and as always, you guys take care.